Hey guys, Doug here with Infotainment. Just a quick little addendum to our RAM UAV or UAX upgrade. Those of you who do not currently have automatic temperature control, those will be the folks who don't have the auto button. So you'll have a radio that kind of looks like this. When you upgrade to the 8.4-inch UAV or the 12-inch UAX, these all have the auto button, which means you can set your temperature to whatever you want, and it'll adjust automatically to whatever temp you set. You can also go up and down. Really just an awesome feature. So some of you, in fact most of you who have these manual controls, will have to perform an extra procedure. So what we found out is you need a few things. Those of you who are familiar with our upgrade, our UAV or UAX upgrade, you do have to run the OBD Genie. After you run this in your OBD2 port, you need to install a little bit extra hardware here. So this is a custom harness that we designed. This is for the interior cabin temperature sensor. This is the cabin sensor. This one will actually be installed right behind the knee bolster. This thing just pulls down. There's already a cavity for it to screw right in. So you'll be able to put that in with the 2 screws that are included. You'll plug this into here. And then these 4 wires with posi taps, these little gray guys will unscrew, and you can easily tap into 4 wires. Those 4 wires are located under the glove box there. You pull down the panel on the bottom. There's 3 little push pins. You pull the push pins down. You unplug the 2 connectors that are in your climate control module, and you're going to put 2 wires into one connector and 2 wires into another. It's very, very easy to do. So that will complete the cabin sensor part. And then for the sun sensor, it's also very easy, plug and play. You're going to go up here. You're going to pop that panel off and just remove the existing sensor and plug in the new one. So I'll do a brief little video right now to show you guys how it all works and then how it works once it's all installed. All right, guys, now that we have everything hooked up, I just want to do a brief overview. This is our custom sensor harness. This is going to the C1 connector, which is a 36 pin, and then a C2 connector, which is an 8 pin. Okay, now the C1 connector, we're just tapping into fused ignition and ground. Our red wire is tapping into pin number 1, which is a pink wire with a green stripe. Our ground wire coming from our sensor harness is attaching to pin 6, black. So real easy to do there. And then down here, we have our yellow signal going to a blue wire with a brown stripe, which is pin 5. And then our orange wire coming from our sensor harness is going to the return, which is pin 6. And you'll notice here, it's a blue wire with an orange stripe. So once you got that all connected and nice and tight, make sure that this lever is all the way down like this. It's going to install up like this. So it'll push itself forward and lock into place. So once we do that, we'll plug it all back into our climate control module. And then we just have to route the wire over to the knee bolster. Okay, we got it all plugged in. I just routed the wire behind the carpet and just kind of tucked it up underneath here all the way across. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, just tuck it underneath the carpet and then underneath the instrument panel here. Okay, we went ahead and ran the wire down through here and then up behind here. We also went ahead and just installed the cabin temperature sensor. This is it right here. It actually goes right into this knee bolster. We include 2 screws, one for the top, one from the bottom. You can screw it right in. That's what it looks like once it's screwed in. Then we just routed the wire up into this cavity. You could just plug it right in. It's very easy to do. So another thing, if you want to take this whole knee bolster out, there are 2 7mm screws on the bottom to kind of give you a little bit more play. Otherwise, you can just pop it out and pop it in to put in the cabin sensor. All right, now to replace the sun sensor on the Ram truck new body, it's very easy. You just use a dash pry tool. You can also use a regular screwdriver or whatnot, but you're just going to pry this panel up, just held in with retaining clips, and that gives you access here to remove the actual sensor. Once you disconnect the connector and you kind of have this whole panel here, you'll notice a tab here and a tab here. Just press inwards and then just push it out. It'll actually just pop right out. Then you take your other sensor, which basically looks identical, and you're going to put it in like this from the bottom. And you'll hear it snap into place. Once you do that, you can just take this whole panel, plug it back in, and just pop it back into place. All right, guys, we went ahead and buttoned everything up. I fired the truck up. I'm going to give you guys a quick little demo. So in this case, we have the 12-inch UAX option code installed in this truck. Those of you who installed the 8.4 UAV will also experience the same thing. Now within the climate mode, you notice that the blend door will actually work perfect. As you go up or down, the air temperature that comes out of the vents is ideal. Make sure your sync is on, because this is going to be your master control here, either on the screen or the hard keys over here. You do not gain dual zone, so these 2 keys and this slider is not used. Those of you who want to do that would have to basically replace a whole bunch of inner workings of the AC system, as well as more wiring and dampers and stuff like that. It's a pain in the neck. But this gives you automatic temperature control, which is awesome. So it's going to get the data immediately from the cabin sensor, and it's going to adjust the fan speed automatically. So whatever temperature you set it at is what temperature the truck will stay at. So it's just an awesome little feature there for those of you who are going from single zone manual controls to the auto controls. Cool little upgrade here at Infotainment.com. Reach out to us if you were interested in going to the 12-inch or the 8.4-inch systems. Thanks for watching.